Hello, and this video is about 15 top tips if you're in the age group 40, 50 or 60 and you want to keep gaining muscle. I'm Scott Bryant. I've got over 26 years of personal training experience and 35 years of workout experience, and I'm a master pull check practitioner in London. I specialise with people in pain or people that are medical failures. They've tried everything and nothing has worked. And with my 26 years of experience and reading over 1,000 books, this enables me to give you some in-depth 15 top tips to help you stay in shape as you age. I'm age 54 myself, still working out 4 days a week in which to keep myself in shape. So let's get straight to it. Please subscribe there. Please subscribe. So the first thing is that you must never miss a session. If your doctor tells you, if you're sick, that you need to stop training, then you can do some light Tai Chi type exercises or a 1 rep maximum exercise in which to maintain your strength. So 1 rep maximum training is brilliant for maintaining strength and size. That means you only pull the weight once, then leave the gym. So it's a bit of a Mike Mentor workout. Number 2, you've got to change your program on a regular basis. So if you're working with a trainer and they're not changing your routine, at least once a month or every 2 to 3 weeks, depending on your training age, then you're not going to see results. So if you have a training age like myself for 35 years, my workout should change every 2 weeks. If it doesn't, I cease to see results or benefits in my training. And this may be the same for you if you've been working out for years and years, doing the same thing but getting 0 results. Number 3 is overload. The principle of overload is that you should increase your load when working out with weights by 1 to 2 pounds every couple of months. So as soon as the weight starts to get easy, say you're on your 4th or 5th set, then you know you need to increase your weight. But if you've got a good check trainer, they will be documenting what you're doing every session and then increasing it as they see your form and technique stay. So there's no point increasing the load if your technique and form is terrible. Like cheap repping is okay, but if you're cheap repping and you're using your lumbar spine to do it and you wonder why you're getting lower back pain, then that would be a reason to stop cheap repping. Number 4 is training for 1 rep maximums. Now, training for 1 rep maximums is a great idea to find out what you should be training for repetitions. So if you're doing 8 to 12 and you know that your 1 rep maximum is a certain amount of weight, you should be doing 80% of that for your 6, 12 or 8 repetitions. So that means that you're always going to get stronger and improve in size. If you're below that, then you may not be seeing results. Number 5, reps from 1 to 6 is strength. 10 to 12 is hypertrophy, not the time. And 20 to 25 is pure endurance. So what are you training for? So if you come to me and you was a runner, do you need more endurance or do you need more strength or do you need more hypertrophy? Most runners are fat, so they need more hypertrophy to gain more muscle. But if you said to me, Scott, when I get to the end of my race, I'm absolutely knackered and I keep coming last, that's when I would change your rep range from 1 to 6. And this might be 3 weeks or 4 to 8 weeks before you're doing your competition, so you have more strength at the end of the run to beat your competition. So always remember, 1 to 6 is strength, 10 to 12 is hypertrophy, and 20 to 25 is endurance. Now, a strength coached 250 athletes, Charles Parlequin, believed that you should train in 6, 12 and 25 rep zone in which to hit all muscle fibers. So remembering that 1 to 6 is only hitting strength, it's not hitting endurance, and 10 to 12 is not hitting endurance, it's only hitting hypertrophy, which means gaining muscle. And that's why steroid freaks seem to always stay in the 10 to 12 just for gaining muscle. So that's why when they have a fight, they're not as good, because they're not training for endurance and they're not training for power. So it's really important for you to do, say, 12 weeks in 1 to 6, 12 weeks in 10 to 12, and 12 weeks in 12 to 20 to 25. Or you could do the Parlequin method, which is German volume training, where you do 6, 12, 25. Okay, number 6 is not resting enough. So many people overtrain 5, 6 days, 7 days a week and not having no time out. And that's why they're not getting the gains or getting the results that they want, because they're not giving the nervous system, the sympathetic, the parasympathetic sides of the nervous system, to relax and to repair. So it's really important that you get recovery. Sleep is recovery, but if you're still training like a nutcase, then you won't get recovery. Then you'll start getting knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain, all these aches and pains, and you're wondering why you're getting them, and it's going to be related to your program. I worked with a guy that had pain all over his body, nobody could figure it out, looked at his program, 24 exercises, training 7 days a week. Okay, you're going to train 4 days a week, twice a week with me, and you're going to do only 5 exercises. As soon as we brought the physiological load down, the pain disappeared. So it's not no real science, it's just real common sense. But unfortunately, many trainers and physios don't have enough common sense, because either they've not worked out on their body long enough, or not worked with enough clients, or they think that the textbooks is always correct, when practical experience is always correct, in my opinion. Okay, for fat loss, number 7, cardiovascular training is not needed. And if you want to work your VO2 max, you don't have to do it 4 hours a week. You can do it in under 15 minutes. This has been scientifically proven. HIIT training has been around since 1950, so you don't really have to train like an absolute nutcase in which to get your VO2 max. I'm trying to think of the author's name. That will come to me in a little while. So there is a book that you can read on this. What's his name? Oh, his name's gone out of my head. Okay, so number 8, never calorie count. If your trainer says to you calorie counting, ask them what qualification have you got on nutrition, and it will be 0. And the reason why they're saying calorie counting, because they know if you reduce calories, you're going to lose weight and you may feel better. But the only thing is that when you calorie count, certain organs in the body need certain amount of proteins, vitamins and minerals. You'll be robbing them organs of them vitamins and minerals that it needs, and the proteins. So that means you could cause damage in them organs. And this is what the cowboy, as I call them, PTs, don't understand and get everyone on calorie counting, because they think it's just simple and easy. Now, if it was just as simple and easy as calorie counting, every doctor would say to their patients, oh, you're obese, you need to calorie count. I don't know any doctor that says that, because they know it doesn't work. What works, in my opinion, is using the metabolic typing diet, where there's 13 different types, but 3 main ones. Once you know what your metabolic type is, it will change within 3 months. Some people gain weight on the metabolic type because they're eating out of type so much, but when they gain the weight back, it's muscle they're gaining if they're training correctly, so they get leaner. The next thing, number 9, is don't overtrain. I have the philosophy of undertraining. So when I train, as soon as I get the shakes a little bit, I stop, because I know I've really hit the nervous system. Or if I feel like lactic acid building right up, then I stop as well. Or sometimes I wake up in the morning, I might do 20 kettlebell swings because that's all my body wants that day. But that takes skill to read your body and to know exactly what it needs. Like today, I went for a 25-minute walk, then I come in and done some zone exercises, and I feel fantastic. So there's no need to do any more. Number 10, if you're trying to lose weight or trying to gain muscle, you have to do big compoundment exercises. The deadlift, the squat, the bent over row, the cable pull, or even the clean and jerk, or the high pull. All these build good muscle and huge muscle in the body. But obviously, unless you're taking steroids, to gain huge muscle takes a lot of time. You're looking at averagely 7 pounds of muscle a year that you can gain. But if you're training with somebody like me, I would get you to gain 18 pounds of muscle on the right diet, the right training, and doing the right thing. You've got to remember 98% of people in the gym do not know what they're doing. The same with trainers, 98% of them do not know what they're doing because they haven't done a 6 years masters like I have, in my opinion. Number 11, if you want to write your own program, stick to 5 exercises only, no more than 32 sets. Now, all this can be completely different depending on what your goal and what you're looking to achieve. So a bodybuilder might do 20 exercises and he's not in pain, doesn't feel anything the next day, doesn't even feel DOMS because he's assisting his hormonal system, and you know what I mean by that. But somebody that's training naturally, if you do over 5 exercises, you will be damaging your sympathetic sides of the nervous system, ranking up your physiological load, which I look at all the time. And if the physiological load is too high, your gains will be 0. Number 12. Keep great form. So that means if you're doing bicep curls, you've got to keep your back stiff and straight and just use the arm only. Don't use your lower back to lift the weight unless you're doing cheat reps. So always keep form 100%. This will keep you injury free. As soon as your form drops off, you should stop. If I'm working with a client and I see their form drop in the first couple of reps, I'm stopping them because I know it only takes 300 repetitions for the bad form or the bad technique to be instilled into the brain. But it takes 3,000 to 5,000 to change it in the brain. Number 13, you need to train less than 4 days a week. Every client over 26 years that I trained 4 days a week on a regular basis saw gargantuan results. The ones that trained 2 days a week with me and 1 day a week on their own, or just 2 days a week with me, see results, but very limited. If a client says to me, Scott, I want to train 1 day a week, what do you think? I will say, well, if it's with me, your progress will be okay, but it'll be so small, you won't be able to see it. So what do you want? Is it the case of that you've got no money, so you can only afford me once a week? Or is it a case that you think you know more than me, so you think that doing once a week is going to be beneficial? Now, any exercise is beneficial, obviously, but if you're looking to get out of back pain, improve your posture, improve your golf or your tennis or your sports performance, seeing somebody like me once a week is a waste of time. And I would be totally honest with you, and I would say, well, I can just take your money and be a prostitute, or I could say, look, you need to see me a minimum of twice a week. I teach my clients a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of stuff in my head I've learned over 26 years and 35 years of training experience. plus 6 years with the Czech Institute as well. So I'm going to educate you in depthly about exercise, nutrition and lifestyle. And 1 hour with me goes very, very fast. So I believe to train you once a week would be disvalue to you, not value to you. But it's up to you at the end of the day. Number 14, sleep. Some people need 7 hours, some people need 6 hours, some people can get away with 4 hours. But really and truly, if you're totally pain-free, you might be able to get away with 4 hours like Winston Churchill did. And Winston Churchill died at 81, but he was morbidly obese because he was up late night, every night till 3-4 o'clock in the morning, looking at paperwork, being the Prime Minister during the war years. So really, sleep is so important for recovery of the brain, your sympathetic, your parasympathetic sides of the body, as well as muscle growth and muscle repair. So I've seen in people's sleep logs, I'm in lots of pain, Scott. Okay, you're not sleeping. Why are you not sleeping? Oh, let's look at your medical drugs. Oh, you're on that one drug that has something in it that stops you from sleeping. Let's change it, or get your doctor to change it so we can get you into a sleep pattern. Some people won't sleep at night because of their bedroom hygiene is really bad. They've got rubbish everywhere, they've got electronics everywhere, they put the phone next to the bed when they go to bed at night, or they put it next to their head and they're sleeping next to the phone at night, or they've got a street light where they're not blocking the light, or they're just not going to bed on a regular time, and that's why they're not repairing and not growing and gaining muscle. Number 15, we got there in the end, is high protein diets, but not for everybody. Some people are carbohydrate types, some people are protein types, and some people are mixed types. There's a diagram coming up. If you're a mixed type, you need equal amounts of protein to carbohydrates, but 30 or 20% fat in your every meal. If you're a protein type, it's 40% protein and 30% carbohydrates and 30% fat. Now, if you're a mixed type, it's equal amounts of fats, proteins, but more fat still. So that'd be 30-30 of protein to fat. And when you get this diet right, you should feel fantastic. I've had clients drop 3 stone, 4 stone, 5 stone, just on eating according to their metabolic type and training with me twice a week. I even had a client online that we trained online twice a week, and she lost 3 stone just through using metabolic typing, detoxes, sleeping and exercising correctly for her body type. And she was in her mid-60s and it 100% worked. So remember that if you're trying to get into shape age 50, you have to be a bit more scientific about it, because your hormones are dropping, your bone mass is dropping, your organs and your body is really getting ready for death. And the reason why I say that is because the average caveman only lived to the age of 43. We're living to the age of 100, which is absolutely crazy. Now, if I live to the age of 100, I want to be fit, healthy, strong, and not peeing and pooing myself. But I think the only way that's going to happen is to keep strong. Remember, muscle is medicine. So when a doctor says to you, you need to stop training because you're having this operation, yes, maybe 2 to 3 weeks. But any longer than that, you're going to lose all the muscle that you've gained. And that's when illness and disease will creep in. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, 19 minutes long, 15 top tips that you can try right now in which to get your body in shape if you're 30, 40 or 50. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel there and please share the video. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.